My name is Tarmack, and this is your Game Industry News Wrap-Up for the week of April 21st, 2018. The Netherlands Gaming Authority has sent warnings to the publishers of 4 as-yet unknown but popular games which contain loot boxes that it says violate gambling rules in the Netherlands. In conjunction with this ruling, the Dutch gambling organization is pushing for what they call harmonization of regulation across the European Union in order to address the problem of loot boxes in video games. Regarding the 4 unnamed games which they took issue with, it was specifically mentioned that these games attach a monetary value to the loot and it can be sold on a marketplace. So let me make a few predictions on which games are probably at issue here. Dota 2, Team Fortress 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and drumroll please, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which also has crates and keys on the Steam marketplace. I could be wrong, sure, but I've been saying for a while now that Valve's loot boxes are the closest thing on the market to actual gambling, despite gamer tendency to claim they're fine because it's only cosmetic. So here's a quote for the week from me to you. Gambling addiction is only cosmetic. Bill Nye is on board the Nintendo Labo train in a brand new commercial showing off the science of cardboard, or something along those lines. Personally, I think he's a perfect fit because his enthusiasm matches the childlike wonder I could see some folks having with the slamming together of technology and processed lumber. Nintendo has also posted blueprints of the various Labo kits which you can download for your own printing on nintendo.co.jp/labo/parts, assuming you have access to a cardboard printer. While the gesture is appreciated, it does seem more likely that the knockoff market will be the heaviest users of these blueprints, but I suppose you could print it on paper and then hand little Jimmy a sharp knife so he can figure out real science through the art of first aid. Hearthstone game director and second-generation Blizzard Rockstar celebrity Ben Brode is leaving Hearthstone and Blizzard altogether. In a blog post on the Blizzard forums, Brode shared just how proud he is of Hearthstone and the team that makes it. He went on to say that he's starting a new company, which will probably make games, but as yet there aren't any plans to talk about. The part of the announcement which stunned me the most was when Ben reminisced over how much he's going to miss the on-campus Starbucks. Blizzard has their own Starbucks, let that sink in. Anyway, whether you like Hearthstone or not, Ben Brode has been an amazing face to associate with the game, throwing out memes and jokes like a madman possessed, rapping horribly but with the level of confidence that would make a narcissist blush. For the team and the community, he'll be missed, but it's hard to imagine a world where whatever he does next is unsuccessful. Rumors are flying about Call of Duty Black Ops 4 after a number of sources discussing the situation with Polygon and Kotaku reported that the COD game, not content to pretend originality is important, will contain a Battle Royale mode. Activision dropped the standard "we don't comment on rumor and speculation" line, to the surprise of absolutely no one. However, while this move may have been suspected by many, the flip side of it is that the rumors also point to the upcoming iteration of everyone's favorite color brown may not also have a single-player campaign, making it in effect multiplayer only outside of solo zombie modes, which really, let's be honest, is the best, most effective kind of DRM. More details will be forthcoming on May 17th during a Black Ops event. I think at this point the only thing missing from this trifecta is early access, but also at this point, I have a difficult time being surprised anymore. Campo Santo, the development team behind the incredibly successful Firewatch and the upcoming and very similar looking In the Valley of Gods first-person adventure game, has been acquired by Valve. Valve is no stranger to indie studio acquisition. Hiring or acquiring indie devs is what resulted in Dota 2 and Portal, 2 of Valve's most valuable franchises. What strikes me as odd is that while Campo Santo does make good games, or good game I suppose I should say, as I've only played Firewatch, they don't really seem to have any revolutionary game design that much of the previous Valve takeover mentality likes to seek out, which makes me curious about what new stuff they'll be doing. Or Gabe realized that now they've promised they're working on actual games again and figured the easiest way to make that a true statement was to buy companies who are. Let's talk about Valve a third time. Their appeal to be treated as a special snowflake that international law doesn't apply to has been denied by the High Court of Australia. For those not aware, Valve was investigated and ultimately taken to court by the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission, or ACCC, back in 2014, essentially because of their terrible refund policy. Valve simply did not allow Australian gamers the ability to refund games in accordance with Australian law, and later argued that they're not located in Australia, Therefore, they don't do business in Australia, which is a lot like claiming you couldn't have broken the neighbor's window with a rock because you were next door in your backyard the whole time. The penalty is a fine in the amount of $3 million, so somewhere in the realm of a few hours of Steam revenue. Way to go, Australia. Generally speaking, these kind of fines do have a tendency to snowball a little bit if the company in question doesn't rectify the situation, though, and if Australian gamers start getting a good refund policy, it will be up to the rest of us to remind Valve that, just maybe, we deserve the same thing. But who am I kidding? It's just cosmetic. And our good news game story of the week. Special Effect, a group of people dedicated to, as they phrase it, putting fun and inclusion back into the lives of people with physical disabilities by helping them to play video games, has released a piece of software designed with Minecraft in mind. EyeMine is a program built off of the codebase of OptiKey and allows the user to control their computer with their eyes. Specifically, EyeMine is customized to allow physically disabled gamers to play Minecraft through eye movement, and frankly, that is damn awesome. In a world filled with loot boxes, player negativity, and other shenanigans, to see a group offering up a software package like this for free to simply help others is really amazing to see and reminds me of the immense generosity of others. You can find the software on specialeffect.org.uk/EyeMine, and it is compatible with a wide array of eye trackers, including some very low-cost options. Hope increases. Now we wait to see if they'll build a Fortnite version so I can be slaughtered by people using their eyes and only their eyes. Your game releases for the week of April 22nd to 28th are as follows. Battletech, an isometric strategy game likely known better to most through the name MechWarrior, releases on Windows, Mac, and Linux on April 24th. Pilot your mobile, apartment-sized machines of death and destruction across the battlefield turn by turn as you defeat your enemies with guns, rockets, and obnoxious customization options. Let me just say this though, a 100-person Last Mech Standing would be a pretty cool Battle Royale ripoff that I would love to play. The game will cost $40 US on release. And also on April 24th, and just in time for spring, we'll see 11-Bit's follow-up to their depression simulator This War of Mine with the release of Frostpunk. Frostpunk is a survival city builder where your only enemy is the ever-present and overwhelming winter, constantly dropping temperatures, and the waning hope of your citizens. Will you send the children to work in the mines? Or maybe try unconventional medical techniques on the frostbitten limbs of workers? You decide. Frostpunk is available only on PC via Steam, GOG, and the Humble Store for $30 US on the 24th. This has been your Game Industry News Wrap-Up for the week of April 21st, 2018. I've been playing a lot of Frostpunk lately and currently have scheduled a feature focus for the embargo lift very early on Tuesday morning. After spilling coffee on my keyboard yesterday, I'm back in business, but a bit delayed, so with any luck, I'll still be able to get that video done on time. Hit up the Discord link in the description to join countless other gamers in discussing games online with me, countless because I've never counted how many there are, or visit patreon.com/Tarmack if you feel like throwing some coffee support my way as I spilled the last one I had. My name's Tarmack. Thanks for watching.